It's Thursday, it's 8 o'clock, and it's the Big Detecting Show with me and with him. Hello, him.
Hello. All right. Hello, everyone. And
I'm not.
Are you all right?
Well,
all right?
All
yeah.
Are you all right?
Yeah, not too bad. Got rosy cheeks here. I don't know why.
Rosy cheeks.
Blood pressure, probably.
Oh, Adrian, we got somebody in the chat from somewhere we haven't heard from someone before. Malta.
It's not Charlie Deemer, is it?
Hello, Charlie Deemer from Malta. No, I didn't want.
Top
I'd
man.
love to go to Malta.
Malta, a place that doesn't alter. I went there 40 years ago, and I'm going next year.
Or will it alter?
I don't know, but I'm going.
In fact, you ready? Malta. Will you take the altar 71? See what I did?
Oh, yeah. I wonder if I got the interesting, Charlie. Can you detect in Malta?
We've got somebody here as well from Kevin Parker from somewhere. Wales.
Steve Cord. Right, Steve. Steve, who was on the show last month, I think? No, a couple of months ago.
No, we haven't had Steve Cord on the show yet. Steve's on our list of people I need to communicate with to come on the show.
I could have sworn we had Steve on briefly. Steve, you have been on, haven't you?
Steve, you've been on?
Yes, he has been on.
Has he?
Yes, he came on. He found the hoard of bullets. Not bullets.
It was his bullet hoard.
Yes, bullet hoard. That's correct. Yes. Yes, it was his bullet hood. And
was
and
I?
he found-
It was when I was on, was it?
yes, sorry. Yeah, me and Kerry did it, I think. Or
There
I
you
might have
go.
done it on my own. But it was really interesting. He's got his Vanquish machine, which he's enjoying still, and I think he's still got it because he's got a picture of it with him. That's that's quite a nice photo. But yeah, interesting.
Jerry's
can
in. Jerry, oldest swinger in town.
Yeah, Jerry, top man.
TC, John Clayton, Ian Greenall.
In Golby.
Suffolk Searcher. Ange.
Marius,
Hi,
hi.
Ange. Jackie Edensaw. Pete Kelly,
Ah.
Andrew Elliott, Steve Law, Ian
Not in-
Goldby,
not in
Steve
fourth.
Barnett, Marius Carrick, Will
Um,
Way. There you go. Hello, everyone. He's answered your question about Malta. Malta, take the altar.
What machine do you use on the beach, Charlie? Out of interest, he probably doesn't detect. He's probably just stumbled across his channel because he's seen us and thought, "Oh, I feel sorry."
I love you. I love the blonde streak in the middle of your chin there, Adrian.
Yeah, it might be his age. I'll shave that off.
Well,
Yeah, all right.
Oh,
Anyway, people don't know that. Tidy Treasure Hunter on there.
Graham Dempsey, Paul Andrews, David Evans.
What's it? Tony Kaywood. Is this a show tonight? Reading out our names. It's
Yes,
always nice.
it is. It's always nice to give people. Yeah, it is.
When the interwebs first started and YouTube first, what we're talking, 20 years ago plus, I can remember going on a chat and it wasn't as swift and that as nowadays. It was like using DOS. And I remember someone calling your name out live. It was like, oh, wow. So some people may have never commented in the chat. And those who do, we appreciate it, don't we, Dave? Because
We
they ask
certainly do.
questions and stuff.
Bob Aged, Lewandowski, Ron Steele, hiya Ron, Martin van der Beek, Gary Madison, Andrew Sheriff, Paul
Morning.
Tung, Michael
Andrew-
Richardson.
Andrew Sheriff
Martin
might be
Homan.
in the US of A. Oh, it's all kicking off over there.
Somewhere where it's hot anyway. Scott Owens. Say his name. Scott Owens.
Scott Owens. Thanks for watching.
On the beach, he uses a Deus on dry sand and an Equinox on wet in Malta. They say something in Polish. Dzień dobry. Dziękuję.
Lubię Kapacek.
Can I say gruba pizda? He'll know what that means. Nobody else will.
Anyway, we could waffle all night.
I was talking about myself then. Yes, tonight, unfortunately, our guests had to cancel at the last minute. So you get Adrian and I waffling on. We do have some bits and bobs to go through. We also have the this week released. What's it called? Rodney Cook Memorial video, which gives a good overview of the event. Excuse me. We also have some other bits and bobs. I'm able to catch up with some of the things that we've missed out on talking about in the previous weeks. In particular, for me, one of the companies that were at Detectable.
Wasn't it Rodney Cook?
No, it was Detectable.
No, it was Detectable. They just blur for me.
Yes, it was for you. Also, I don't know. Do you know that book site that is currently being thingy? Can we give mention to that yet?
Not yet.
No,
but
not yet.
There's soon to be a website purely for books related to metal detecting and artifacts.
Yeah, the company who are organising that have communicated with us and looking forward to the release of that, aren't we, Adrian?
Oh yeah, it's somewhere you can go and just get all your detecting books and bits in the UK. So I think there's over 80 titles. So yeah, looking forward to that. But we'll talk about that hopefully next week.
Marvellous.
Talking of books, there is a new book out this week.
Is there really?
There is, but I've forgotten what it's called. Roman Buckles and Brooches, a new one from Greenlight Publishing. really interesting, good book. So if you head over to greenlightpublishing.com, that came out this week or last week.
I am going to actually have a look for that simply because I am wondering what it will be. It's not on that page, is it? Is it on that page?
It's on the home page, top left.
I'm not on that one.
Purple book.
I'm on the other one that we've just been talking about. So
no, not the other one. Yeah. It's handy because it's got some really good illustrations and drawings, and a lot of the things you look at, you think, that's not a Roman buckle in our finds bags, but when you look at this book, you think, oh, it is. So, have you got it? Homepage?
Yeah, I'm just interested on who the author is, to be honest, of it. That's what I was looking for. Richard Henry, finds specialist who worked for the Portable Antiquity Scheme as the finds liaison officer for Wiltshire, for Historic England as a museum curator. It's beautiful new A4 hardback book, looks at the artifacts in the period leading up to the end of the Roman rule in Britain. The early chapters seek to understand what was happening in Britain at the time, while the second part looks at details at examples of brooches, buckles, belt fittings, and spurs that have been dated to the period. Oh, spurs. Sorry, Pete. The end of the Roman Britain continues to fascinate, and the publication uses many artifacts found by detectives to make an important contribution to our knowledge. Lavishly, I like that word, illustrated with colour photographs together with 40 distribution maps. Roman brooches and buckles provides new information on the typologies, the dates, when the objects were made, and their distributions. It will be of interest to metal detectorists and specialists alike. Full colour, A4 hardback, 152 pages at only £26.95 of your English pence.
Yeah, that looks an interesting book. It's been a while since one specifically on that's been published. So, yeah, that'll be in my collection, which I'll get round to doing. Yes, you were talking about that. What were you talking about before that?
No idea. It's me and you, Adrian. We don't know what day it is.
No.
It's Thursday, obviously.
I went detecting on Sunday. New club near me, Colchester Metal Detecting Club. Fantastic. Really nice people. And I bumped into 3 or 4 people. One person I haven't seen for 40 years. I didn't know you like metal detecting. Oh, do you like it? And got really chatting. How lovely when you sort of meet someone you haven't seen for years and you're detecting at the same time. So you like meeting someone. That was really nice, but got absolutely soaked because it poured it down. And
is that Wendy Howard's club?
No, it's a new one. It's a new one next door. So it might be on that. But that was very nice. Got invited to that. And I tried out a new spade that's from Mine Lab. I don't know if you've seen it. The Mine Lab Pro. Have you seen that?
I haven't, no. But I will pull them up.
It's from Crawford's. It's not on the Mine Lab website. It's on the Crawford's website.
But on over to there.
Yeah, and it's quite good value for money. And I've been trying that out. There's also a Mine Lab. What's the other one? Mini, Mine Lab Mini. And I've also got the new McGrafter as well. Coming, got picked up tomorrow. I've got a new McGrafter which is splits into 2 this time. It's got some interchangeable heads. So yes.
So what we looking for?
Just there you go.
One there.
Right. Yeah. Now this is very similar to the red and blue one. I won't say the name, but this is injection molded plastic shaft. Which is reinforced with a metal bar, stainless steel, not serrated edge, but it's quite light. It's lighter than its competitor. It's not great photos. I've actually got better ones because I'm just done a field test on it. But it's very long and it's ergonomic, so it's really good on your back. And I had took that out on Sunday and really enjoyed that. And there's the Mine Lab Mini. That's the middle one. Now this. Some might say it's a copy of one you can buy in B&Q or Wickes, but it does look pretty swish. It looks stealth, doesn't it?
Sexy, yeah,
it does. And it's got the AV Mine Lab and says something their brand on it. And that's only £15. Now I don't know about you, Dave. How many spades you broken?
Never.
Haven't you? Oh, well, I've got for a few.
How can I break a spade when I don't go metal detecting?
I don't think he's got it on his website. No, he hasn't. It's still brand new. The McGrafter. Oh, is it that one? Yes, that's it.
Oh, there we
No,
go.
I think
No, that's the old one.
Yeah. So I've got it. Well, I haven't physically got it in the house. It's at Treasure Hunting Magazine offices. But it's spade mongers. My wife's like, "How many spades you got?" Because I think I've had 4 delivered in the last couple of weeks. So yeah, but I took the Mind Lab one out and from Crawford's and really enjoyed that. And I'd have a look because 50 quid for what it is isn't bad. And like I say, I took it to the Colchester dig on Sunday, and it worked quite well because it was very clay and it was wet. It was really wet, horribly wet, but nice. And met some nice people there. And Marius, I think, is in the chat actually. Marius is in the chat. I think he is. Anyway, so yes, and hopefully getting another machine in the next week or so, which everyone's looking forward to, and I'll be testing that out. So the Beast Manticore. So I'm looking forward to. I am very much looking forward to that actually, because it's been 4 years now since Mind Lab, the Knox 4.5, and then there was the Vanquish 540, which I had with Vanquish range.
The Equinox was 2019, wasn't it?
No, 18.
No, 19. 18 was our first detectable. It was our second detectable when the Mermaid was there as well.
The Mermaid was not the Equinox. It was the one before.
No, it was.
Mermaid was Simplex.
No, sorry. I'm thinking of the Vanquish.
So it's 4 years.
4 years, yeah.
4.5 years, yeah.
Which was the one that the
jumped out the plane?
Skydive.
That's Equinox Skydive. Do you know, it's mad, isn't it?
No, it wasn't. That was 5 years ago then. That's 2017.
Yeah, but you couldn't buy it straight away, I don't think.
The Equinox was 2017 when they jumped out the Skydive. Cool, we weren't there.
No, I didn't know you then, did I? I think I was on your show before it. No, I wasn't. I was on. What was I on that American Man show?
Oh, Mike Hare.
Mike Hare. Yeah, in America.
The American Man in America.
Yeah, the American. Yeah. And then we had the Simplex, the Mermaid, and then we had. Was it the Knights on horses for the Vanquish? No. What was the Knights?
It was. It wasn't the Knights on the horses. It was the Viking ladies.
That's right, for the Vanquish at Detectable.
And the year before that, it was 2018, was Dilek getting out of a box in the ground.
Yeah. So we've had some interesting ones. Yeah, Tony's put 6 months to get stock out. Yeah, I remember. But yeah. So I was just reading the comments, shouldn't have. But the Manticore will be interesting. I'm really looking forward because hopefully it will come just before Christmas, so I'll be able to go out, take time off work, and all over the Christmas period detect. So
with the housing manager, obviously you'll take her along with you as well.
Did you see that comment I put on? I saw
that comment that you put on your.
And they've posted it. They posted it.
Tell us about your comment.
Well, it's not a metal detector, but it's similar technology.
You swing it.
Yeah, you do swing it. We purchased a new Hoover last week, Shark, no branding there, and it was a really good one, and I loved it. Cordless, really powerful. It is like actually a nice detector, and because it's rechargeable and that. And they emailed me and said, "Oh, what do you think? Do you want to leave a review?" And I thought, "Yeah, I will." And I put on it, Dave, didn't I? I put very impressed, great for hoovering up dog hair, and the housing manager highly recommends it as well. And they've posted it on like Trustpilot and all that lot. And I'm thinking, they read it, but it's nothing like could be deemed as sexist. But I could be married to a man, or a woman, or whatever. But yeah,
or a banana.
Tony Kaywood's just put he's planning on adding a legend to his detectors. Yes. Now, that is something worth bringing up because Noctua have dropped the price down. and they've said they've done it to help people because no one's got any money at the moment. But I think because everyone's had to put their prices up. Garrett, Nocta, everyone's had to put their prices up. But the Legend now, I think, is $499 without headphones. But
it is just looking,
yeah. But you compare any Bluetooth headphones with it. I'd recommend Bluetooth 5 low latency ones, but you can get on Amazon for like 10, 20 quid or whatever. But for 500 quid,
you've just said words.
But for £500, it's pretty good value machine. I've had one person message me this week who said he's not getting on with it, and I've told him to change the settings and tweak a few things, and hopefully he will. But I've lent mine to someone who wants to buy one, and he loves it. He wants to buy one, so they're really. I think it's a bit like when the Equinox came out; it completely knocked everyone for six. Well, most people. But the Legend's pretty much doing a good job at the moment. Yeah, I think you should get one. I said to you, didn't I, Dave? I said you should get one because they're quite simple to use. But if you really want to play with it, you can. I think you should get one. No, you could.
I'd like one, to be honest. I would like to. If not, I own one. I'd like to have a go because they are getting some marvelous results, aren't they?
Yeah, you know what we should have done? You know, we gave one away. We gave one away a few months ago, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
We should have just kept quiet, and you could have had that, couldn't you? So yes, I'm interested in anyone in the chat who's got a Legend and if they're happy with it, because everyone seems to be. Sorry.
TC says APTX low latency headphones, £50 on eBay, AliExpress, etc.
Yeah. So, but you don't have to buy those. You can plug them in just until you've got enough money. So what? Why's Tony not bought one then? He's got loads of money because he's just done that film, isn't he? Directed that film in America. Anyway,
well, he's all over Broadway and everything. You know, here, there, and everywhere. I've seen his pictures of him holding trophies, rewards, academy stuff. What?
It's Peter Pesty. Hello. He sold his Legend. He didn't like it at all.
No.
I suppose it depends what you're coming from. John Clayton.
He said he got 200,000 for the script. Sorry, £200 for the script.
Per page. John Clayton, you need to upgrade to 109. You need to do that seriously. Some random questions.
Dave Evans, he's had gold with his Legend. I actually saw the picture the other day tagged Shane in it.
Oh, nice. I'd like to get gold with. What's the cheapest machine I've had that's got gold?
I'd like to get gold.
Golden. Oh, what was that thing I had? Oh, Deep Tech Vista, £479. Deep Tech Vista. This year got a Nobel with it. Brutus, yeah. Just goes to show. Joe Webster, Dave Evans is a legend.
Joe Webster has lots of Brill cream.
I saw Joe on Sunday, bumped into him. We had a chat. Good man, lovely guy. He found 2 hammers within about 5 minutes of going in the first field. Did really, really well. But yeah. I think you should get a Legend. Dave.
Okay.
I might get you one for
Keep
Christmas.
that in mind. Oh, thanks, pal.
I could lend you one. Couldn't I?
Yes, we could. I've got to go out first. My van's nearly done now. Van life is nearly complete. So as soon as van life complete, because I'm I'm concentrating completely on it. As soon as that's complete, I'll be out and about again. But I just wanted to get it done. What?
Have you put a lining between? Have you soundproofed it and put a condensation lining between the metalwork and the interior?
Yes.
Yeah, because I was reading about this the other day. Because if you don't, you get water go in between it and it rusts from the inside out.
Yes, and double. What's the word? insulated as well.
Double
So
decker.
it's on the inside of the wall, van walls, and it's on the inside of the boarding as well.
Yeah. I went. Funny, we were talking about vans on Sunday. Myself, Joe Webster, and Maris, and it's amazing. As I walked back to the car after digging, amount of vans, and everyone's got like their little beds in there and their little cookers, and I'm like, and I know I've got a nice car, and I, Dave, but you can't exactly fry an egg in it, can you?
Were you like Wurzel Gummidge, mumble grumble like that?
I was. I'll put my van head on. And I saw one, and then we were talking about vans, and it's on the list. It's on the list. An old van. I want to get one, definitely. And then me and you can detect for Rodney Cook next year and all the rallies. We can park up together and we can lay in our bed.
And we could put the awning over or we could put a gazebo between us, and we've got like this little area.
Better than this year where I just sat on the step of your van trying to be a DJ with your sound box thing, very drunk. But yeah, it would be good. So yeah, and I think like
you can put decks and stuff and everything and do your own DJing in it. Just have drop down decks.
I'll get Boy Wonder to do all that. He's all in all that SL2 and malarkey. But yeah, definitely. Oh, see, Joe Webster's, but biggest regret he has is selling his van. And we were talking about that. It is a bit of a nightmare. So having a normal car, because I don't know, it's just the state of me on Sunday. Honestly, I look like I come out of a 3-week-old baby's bottom. I was absolutely covered in mud, and I had to strip down, get in the car, and you're all wet. And I was just like, I got mud all over the seats, and oh God, it's horrible. So it'd be nice to have something.
A nice message out, Derek Sherwin. He lives up the road in Alsager. If he wants to meet up, I can have a go of his legend. Thank you very much, Derek. It'd be very nice.
Metal detector.
What?
Legend metal detector is he talking about? Yeah.
Yes, thanks for that as well.
Yeah. Oh, detecting Scotland, 6th birth Contiki Swift. Oh, just imagine it. Just imagine it. Oh, hang on. Stop. Jerry's phone rang, but he's back now. That's good.
Do you know, Jerry, we were just asking where you were, Jerry. We'd missed you. Van life is better than garlic bread. It is, and I've just had some cheesy garlic bread for me tea.
I had fish cakes. So I think we mustn't forget to thank everyone who signed up for the show, Dave, and the people who won last week.
Yes. I'll let you do that, and I'll just run the banner.
Oh, well, who won?
No, that's the wrong one.
We ran people who subscribed to the show last week via our website, which Dave's going to put down there. Thank you very much. The winners were Gareth Howard, no special order, who won a full composite pencil cleaning kit, which should be with him by now. Judith Ward, she won Finds Identified 2, which is like 30 odd quid. Fantastic book. Ian Golby, £100 LP voucher. Thank you very much, LP.
I've contacted Pete and I've just got to get his email off you to send over to LP for him to send that to him.
I blind copied you in, Dave, on Monday, Sunday, Friday. You should have it. I'll send it to you.
Looked because I'm so lazy.
Oh, you boy. David Northcliffe, he won Monarch's Designs. He won a treasure hunt, 3D printed treasure hunting finds pod and something else, which was really nice. Monarch Designs, really good. Gary Madison, what did he win from Blackadder, Dave?
I'm not sure yet, and I've got to get his details over to Blackadder as well.
Right.
And that's hands up, both of them, and me being that busy at work this week. I do apologise.
That's all right. You know this comes before work, Dave, this show. This.
Yes, I know, but I just get caught up in the moment.
Yeah, don't worry. Findlay Meacham, he won the RCM hoodie and beanie hat, which I don't think Findlay's got back to us, actually. So if you're watching Findlay, he's been emailed, but a lot of the people have said thank you very much and love watching the show. But thank you to all the people who provided the gifts. And there's more coming. There's more.
We've already got additional companies who've offered money off codes. primarily for those who sign up for the newsletter. The newsletter will contain them. They're for Big Detecting Show viewers. You'll get them in the newsletters. And additionally, we have a different company again. They've offered a £50 voucher for them in the coming weeks as well. So what we're looking at doing, we'll be running one closer to Christmas. We'll have hopefully a big Christmas draw. And we've already putting together a Big Detecting Show goodie bag as well, aren't we, Adrian?
Oh, yeah.
You showed me before the show and said, should we give this away? And I went, no, we'll leave it today. You went, that's a good idea.
Just quickly, Graham Dempsey, composite cleaning pencil, cleaningpencil.com. Have a look at all his stuff. Top man, it's just WhatsApp me straight away. Sorry, Royal Mail. We all know what's going on with Royal Mail at the moment. Gareth Howard, your thing's been shipped and it's out there. So hopefully you'll probably get it today. Not today because it's too late. Tomorrow, whatever. But Graham, he's on the ball, isn't he? He's on the ball.
Paul Briggs, welcome. First time watching. It's not half bad. It's usually better, but the guest unfortunately cancelled. We have guests. We have lots of guests.
Yeah,
many guests. Yeah. Some of them you might even heard of.
Some are women.
Some are people who paint their faces white and wave hands around.
Oh dear. Yeah. Has that show been taken down by?
I took that show down. Some of them even believe they found the Holy Grail in a river in London.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, we've got to get
some of them off TV.
Yeah,
some of them lots of TV.
Authors of books. Which, whilst we're on here, this is like a end of year thingy. The man who wrote the book,
Nigel Richardson,
the
Accidental Detectorist,
on Amazon. I'll tell you what. I wasn't asked to write a review. I wasn't even sent a copy. They sent it to him, and he hasn't read it probably.
Yeah, you have.
Have you read it?
I've done it on Audible.
Oh, but he gave you a copy of the book.
Which I gave to Kerry, because I asked Kerry to do the review on it.
She can't read.
Well,
anyway, it's a really good book. On Amazon. Was it The Lonely Detectorist, isn't it? Yeah.
Accidental.
Fantastic
you see, this
book.
Is why you weren't sent a book, because you don't even know what it was called or the man's name. And we spoke to him at length. A book. Luke at the Kook book.
Yeah, so that's a really, really good. But he was on the show and he was talking about his book, and that was really interesting because that guy, Nigel, he's like top travel author, been all over the world, isn't he?
Yeah.
And we could sit there talking to him all night. And he's got a little Quest Q30, cracking little machine.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we have, who else have we had on? We've had psychics.
We've had the Cole Cookson and Hamilton White from the Lost Treasure of the Knights Templar. Relics, of the Knights Templar. We've had archaeologist and TV presenter Mark Ollie. We've had Steve from the River Hunters. We've had River Hunters. Steve was from the World War II Treasure Hunters, and I thought his name's gone blank. The archaeologist from River Hunters we've had on.
Yeah, that was
very interesting. We've had Daryl Miklos from Cooper's Treasure. We've even had people from. We've even had people from Oak Island.
Yep.
James McQuiston and Randall Sullivan from there.
We've
more
had
to come, hopefully.
Quite regularly, Dilek from Nocta Macro. We had Michelle Myers from Mind Lab. We had Garrett. We've had everyone on, haven't we? We haven't had Rufus on.
What was the American company called? The sales company.
Kellyco. They're massive in America. Yeah, we had Kellyco on. That was really good. We had Julian Evan Hart.
Jerry's just said what everybody else thought at the time. Holy Grail, London. Heard it all now. Jerry, that's what we all said.
Jerry, we were watching that show. Watching it. We were in it, Dave, weren't we? With the gentleman, and we were all going like this. Because he lived in a shed for 3 weeks by the river, didn't he, Dave? By the waterfall.
3 years.
3 years. Lived in a shed, and was he was sure the floor of the river was hollow, and the Holy Grail was under it in tunnels. Is that right, Dave? Yeah. And he tried to get down an overflow, but he wasn't allowed. The council wouldn't let him because he thinks it was.
And he wants
but
us
he,
to
he
go.
might have been
He wants us to go down with our equipment to help him, don't he? And our metal detectors.
Oh, that was funny. But it did reach the Sun newspaper. Say no more. But yeah, we had him on. We've had Stephen Gray on, who's a bit of a legend for some. He's been on. But Julian Evanhart, we haven't had him on for a while.
Well, that's because he's inept when it comes to technology, and he needs a Lisa there to do it for him.
Maybe I could do it live from the pub with him one day, because
that could get quite messy if you're involved in a pub.
I wouldn't eat, but we could do a live finds identified, so people could come on the show and show us their finds.
Do you know who we've never, ever had on as an actual guest?
James.
Luke.
No, but he does all these YouTube videos. But Luke wouldn't come on. He won't come on, I don't think, will he? Yeah.
I'll add him to my list. I'm making a little list here. Steve Cord's on it. Phil Frag Hill's on it. If anybody else has got any people who wants to come on the show, if you want to come on the show, some of you I have asked in the past, and obviously some people don't really like doing that type of thing. Some of you have got issues that are unable to come on the show. But if you want to come on the show, give us a shout out or contact us on the inbox and we'll sort it out. Even if it's only for 10, 15, 20 minutes, private chat off Adrian.
Yeah, don't say it out, but I think we're going to be able to give those away to people who come on the show from. I nearly said Jim will fix it badge. No, you know, when you go on, Blue Peter badge. Blue Peter badge. Yeah, so that person, Dave, is going to kindly make us some things that we give to people who come on the show. So they're a bit like Blue Peter badge, like, yeah, I'll be up on them. Yeah.
James Wynn, is that James from Treasury, who I keep saying every time we see you want to get you as a guest, but I only know your first name but not your second name. Is that you, James? You Treasury at the boxes and that was opposite us in Rodney Cook.
They were really flash, actually.
They're sexy. Yes, James Wynn. James Wynn, Treasure It. I know his name now. In fact, I'm going to add him on Facebook. Sorry.
I shouldn't say it, but when I saw those, Dave, I thought they're going to be really expensive, because all the packaging, everything was nice, wasn't it? And they were very good value for money. Oh, another good one. Do you reckon McGrafter had come on?
I can ask Paul. He
wouldn't. No, he wouldn't.
Well, Paul, or he could get his Erdy-Gurdy, the partner.
Sorry?
His partner. Not his partner, the partner in the business.
Oh, right. I didn't think he had a partner. Well, Kevin Parker, Mackenzie Crook is being worked on, David, isn't it?
Mackenzie Crook has been working on for 2 years, and we were promised by his agent, and then he cancelled, so I've got to contact again. In fact, it'd be a good idea if he'd actually do something like that pre the Christmas special this year.
Yeah, I think the problem is, though, it's a bit like working in the marketing department for a hospital. You know, we all need the detectorists. We're not going to have it sold to us when the Christmas series comes on or episode. We're all going to be out there watching it, aren't we?
Well, it'd be nice to talk about it with,
it
hobbyists.
would, but yeah, yeah, it'd be nice if he came on, or the other guy that everyone forgets his name.
I'm actually writing some of the things down here, and I've never heard of the Soil Sisters.
Soil Sisters, yes, I've heard of them. They've only been
They're
going
the ones that
years.
go, I don't feel like dancing.
I don't feel like detecting. Sid Perry, we've had him on. Sid Perry, semi-naked, haven't we, Dave, in his pants? He came on briefly for about half
There's
an hour.
a good one. Steve Cord. Tidy's not. Steve Pettigan's not been on for a while. He always does it from his shed and has, things to look at.
Marcus or Nigel from Regton. Marcus has been on numerous times, hasn't he?
Yes, but certainly, I was actually planning on inviting them. We hopefully in a couple of weeks we're going to be having Craig Allison from Crawford's and Paul C on the show to discuss the Manticore.
Does that mean we'll have 4 windows?
Yes, Tony K would. Yes, he had to come up with something like that, didn't he?
Grim Bleeper or Reaper?
Yeah, we haven't had Grim's been on, but we haven't had him for a while.
No, we have had Sid, David Evans, Toby Jones.
Dave Evans. What about Dave Evans? Would you come on? Getting Sid on depends on Sid's mood. He'll come on if he's like in the mood or partially naked.
John Bradbury, he was on about 2.5 years ago. I wasn't part of the show. Was I part of the show then? I was on a holiday.
John Bradbury's
he did come on.
Wouldn't be entirely welcome, I don't think.
Oh.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute, Adrian.
Hi. I've got the producer talking to me. Oh, yeah, I see, yeah.
He wants to sue Shane currently.
Sue you? Yes. Because
because Shane responded to a message off him by saying,
"Oh,
Dave Evans will come on." There you go. With somebody new.
He'll talk about the legend. That'd be quite nice.
Yeah, we'll do.
What I would like is someone to come on who's using a white Spectrum or an old machine that they've had for 15, 20 years.
Spectrums were black, mate.
The white Spectrum was black.
Oh, I thought you were about the ZX.
And they've had a machine for 15, 20 years and they don't want to change it. And they're still going out finding 3 or 4 hammers a day and a stator every couple of months. I'm interested because there are people out there. There are people out there still, you know, we're all in this IKEA thing now where we buy a new machine every 6 months because it doesn't find us stuff. But there are people out there who've had machines for years. Have you still got your dad's?
What? Yeah, I've still got your dad. Do you know, I'm going to have to have, I really am going to have to have a go with that proper because I keep promising to, but it's an old C-Scope 600 series and it's just very difficult for me to actually understand how to hold it and so it's
a funny handle, isn't it? It's like that.
Yeah, it's the shepherd's crook type. Shall we play the RCM video that's just been released this week?
Yeah, I just read. Sorry, Steve Cord. He found his second bra this week with a Vanquish. It came up as 27.
Nice. I'd like to see that.
Sorry, Andrew Sheriff, Jason Jones, and Lisa. They were meant to come on, weren't they? But they couldn't. So that'd be a good one. Norfolk Button Boy. Absolutely.
Right. This is the Rodney Cook video that's been released this week. So 5-minute long. Promotional ad. Well, not so much a promotional advert. No. Well, it is and it isn't.
It's a thank you, I think. To the people who contributed. Yeah.
So to all those who have contributed, then obviously the money's raised, etc. On behalf of Rodney Cook, thanks.
Hi, my name's Gary Cook, and we are at a farm just outside Marlborough in Wiltshire, and we're here at the Rodney Cook Memorial Rally 2022 charity metal detecting event.
We started in 2018 with the hopes of raising a few £100, you know, £1,000 or something in memory of Rodney Cook, who was Gary's father. He died of cancer.
He was a lovely, lovely man, and I miss him every day, every day.
Gary came to me and he said, "Can we do something to help them, raise some money?" And I said, "Yeah, of course we can." I never visualised this. We've got over 900 people, detectorists here, you know, and with all the traders and all my helpers and everything like that, we got over 1,000 people here, you know, all for charity.
It's such a substantial amount of money that we've raised so far with our events, but it makes a massive difference. It puts a big dent into what their goal is to raise.
My name is Julian Evanhart, and I'm here because this is one of the biggest metal detecting events in the UK, and it's just fantastic.
It's really different than all the other hunts and events.
It's a great family welcoming that everyone receives upon arrival. You can feel it, you can smell it almost 2 miles down the trackway.
It's got a different vibe to a lot because it's for charity, raising some great money for the causes.
There's a whole different purpose here. I've been to many hunts and rallies around the world, metal detecting hunts, but this one actually now has a very special place in my heart because I think it serves the best purpose, which is to help people save lives.
It's an incredible amount of money raised. It's going to make such a difference to the hospital. So I just want to say again, thank you everyone who's here. Wherever you come from, why you're here, it has done some amazing stuff towards the hospital. So thank each and every one of you for coming. And yeah, I'll hand back to Gary now. And yeah, thank you all so much.
They say, who was Rodney Cook? And then I can say to them, well, he was my father. And so they, you know, it keeps me engaged with people talking about Dad, which means that I can continually talk about Dad to other people and explain to them why we do this event.
So I'd just like to say thank you very much for the money that has been donated to Brighter Futures, because it means a lot to us. Thanks very much.
I don't know how they've done it, but it's clicked and it just gels perfectly. You know, there is nothing but smiling faces around here. Okay, you might not find your Roman gold coin, but that's the hobby.
Great bunch of people, great land.
And we love finding our history, and our history is all around us, you know, in this every field that we go in.
We get really behind this event. It's everything that this hobby is about.
All different people, all different ages, all different nationalities, you know.
Cheerful people raising good money, good causes, and just bringing the hobby together.
There's little ones out there that are only just a little bit bigger than the detectors, and they're trying to swing it around, you know.
The only trouble the Rodney Cook Memorial organisers have, and the thing that they cannot get right, is the fact is that this event actually ends.
It takes a lot to put on a rally of this size. I have a fantastic bunch of friends, and they're amazing people. They give up so much of their time and their energy to do this, and they don't want anything for it. They don't ask for anything for it, no recognition, no limelight, apart from the satisfaction of knowing that what they do will make a difference. To see all of this is exceptionally satisfying, but do you know what the biggest satisfying thing is when we're handing the check over and we're seeing the amazement in the people who are receiving the check. That, for me, is the biggest achievement.
Huge thumbs up from me, and I'll see you all next year. Thank you.
Marvellous video. Marvellous video.
£85,000 nearly raised this year.
Mental,
unbelievable. We always banging on about it, but it's something that everyone who's involved,
yeah,
big pat
absolutely.
on the back. You know,
Adrian, while we were doing that, I was just doing the. For those of you who don't know as well, I'm the editor of the Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine. If you follow that on Facebook, we put constant updates, news updates on there. And there's one that's just come on when I've been checking the news. And I will show you because there's been an auction today, Essex Coin Auctions, that lovely Mr. Adam Staples. And the Iron Age Bull Rider has been on. And it's raised 7,800 at auction. 2,000-year-old bull rider figure found in a field in Lincolnshire. has fetched 7,800. Paul Campbell found it while metal detecting in Barnetby Lewold. Isn't that lovely?
Yeah, Essex Coin Auctions. If you go to their website, you can subscribe and get all the latest things that are going up for auction. But more importantly, you can also identify some of your finds. But check your spam folder, because mine went in spam. So right click on it, not spam, and then you'll get it in your inbox. Most people know that, but some people don't. But Essex Coins have got some really good stuff on there. So definitely worth first.
And Adam Staples is thoroughly very nice too.
He another one who's been on the show. And whilst we're talking about the show again, I don't know who it was. Someone in the chat said Bill Wyman, because he's got a metal detector named after him from Seascope.
Has he really?
How cool. Yeah, the Bill Wyman. I think you can still buy it from Seascope. It was a metal detector that he designed with Seascope, probably about 7 years ago. Mm-hmm. I actually want to buy it.
Wasn't called Evo, was it?
No, it was definitely not called the Evo. It's called the Bill Wyman metal detector, and they occasionally pop up on eBay, but I want to get one.
Apparently, it keeps getting loads of rock, though, doesn't it?
No, that just rolls on. Oh, it's John Clayton. Just had a flying land on my hand.
There's also somebody else I would love on the show. I have tweeted him on Twitter once before, but got no response. Ian Holloway, football manager. Ian Holloway used to be Blackpool manager and Bristol Rovers. Hilarious when he's on TalkSport as a host. Absolutely hilarious. I would love to talk to him. Him and his wife, members of NCMD as well, and he's told on air multiple times how they go out in their camper van and set stall up and go metal detecting. Love to chat with them.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd definitely be good. Yeah, I think next year. Someone also said in the chat about younger people coming on the show. Obviously not a school night. Well, it is a school night, but at half term we could do that, because I don't know about you, Dave, but I've noticed a lot more young people and a lot more women coming into the hobby, which is a good thing. I think on digs, club digs, I've been on a few different clubs over the last couple of months, and I have noticed a lot more women doing the hobby. Younger women, elder women, and young kids. And the kids are just, you know what it's like? I don't know about you. Did you dig holes a lot when you were younger or not? No.
Yeah.
Kids love digging. And, you know, whether they're digging a horseshoe out or whatever, you see them with their little Vanquishes or their Garretts, and they're like ecstatic. They get signal and they're down there digging.
I can't believe some of the knowledge that some of them younger generation, 9, 10, 11... There's a lad a year older than my son, so he must be coming up to 11 now, Isaac. And he found a button, and he comes and shows me this button. He's told me the history of this button and what type it was and everything. I'm like, yeah.
There's a young lad who's got glasses, who's probably about 10. I think he was on, it might have been Detectable Video or something, and he was like unbelievably knowledgeable. And it's so nice, all weekend he could have been sitting there on his PlayStation, but he's out in the field with a load of smelly, fat, bearded men waffling on.
Adrian Farquharson snagged a Bill Wyman C-scope for 25 quid on eBay.
That is a bargain.
Will Wade said he tried the Wyman, he found nothing but coke. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Wow.
Robbie Williams owns a metal detector.
Yeah, did you not know that?
No, but I tell you who does own one, but I've forgotten his name. A singer. Elevator. George Ezra.
Who?
You'll know all his songs. They're always on the radio. George Ezra.
Don't listen to the radio.
Oh, well, I don't. Well, I do at work. But Dark Knight Detectorist is good friends with... Oh, he's got a restraining order against him. Oh, dear.
Paddy Detects. Is that him,
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Stephen. He talks a lot, which is good on the show, because there's nothing worse than having a guest that sort of like We've had a couple over the years, haven't we, Dave? It's like, do you want to be here? It's like, yeah. Thank you for that, Stephen. Paddy detects. We did have detecting Emily on, and she, even though she looks about 18, she's 20 odd, but she was.
I'd still like to have James Newman on and tell me stories about you in your youth.
I think you heard enough about those at Detectable in the back of your van when I was drunk.
Easy. Whoa.
Oh, no, with Kerry, sitting
whoa,
close. Mackenzie Crook owns one too. The making of the show. Yes, that is correct, Paul. He bought a.
Apparently, actually, watching the Big Detective show, he inadvertently found it on YouTube. That's what stemmed the Detectorist show.
It's based on me and you. Yeah. Actually, Steve, who was it? Neil Standish put in the chat earlier that Steve Cord found his bra strap on the beach whilst looking for the mayor's chain, which made me laugh because I'm going to watch it just before Christmas when we break up from work. Sounds like school. I'm going to watch it again.
Tidy Treasure Hunter Martin did get back from me from the Black Rock Lave net fishing, and basically they weren't sure people would be really interested in listening to him, so he said no at the time. That was a few years ago now, I think. There,
Jodie Kidd detects. Mind you, she must be 70 now, doesn't she? Who's Jodie Kidd?
Who cares? Anyway, do you know, while I was talking to you before the show, Adrian, when we were at Detectable, there was a company there that I'd never heard of before, metal detecting sales company. And they had a multitude of different machines there, a multitude of different prices. And I found their paraphernalia for these. It's not even green school, there you are. There you are.
Make it big.
Hold on.
Thicker. That's it. Oh, that's better. Yeah.
The Viper, the Concorde, the Gold Star 3D scanner, and the Infinity Max Pro. I thought I was a woman on the front, and it's actually Jesus. So anyway, I was looking on the website at these because the German detectors from a company called megalocators.com finding stuff. Some of them I think are gold detectors, but I decided to do a little bit of research for the show too, because I've got these 4 paraphernalia booklets, which are very. What's this stuff that you said that they've got on them? This plasticky stuff, sexy little
spot UV.
Spot
part
UV.
of the print process. Yeah,
it's very sexy. So that's the
UV varnish.
So that's the Viper, as you can see there. How much is the Viper, Adrian?
3,500.
3,990.
Bargain. I'll get 4.
The Concorde. How much is the Concorde, Adrian?
5,992.
5450. The Gold Star 3D scanner.
Yes.
8,499.
Let's get them on the show and ask them why they're
Infinity Max Pro.
That's a beast.
11,280. So, what would be the average weight? What would be the average weight of a metal detector? How heavy is the Deus?
One. 2 pounds.
17 kilograms, this is.
I should know. I'm confused because I know I can tell you how much the MindLab Mini Digger is. It's 900 grams, but that's because I've just written about it.
This is the Infinity Max Pro multi-ground scanner with 4 scan sensors, vertical high signal transceiver unit with colorizing LEDs, intelligent multi-transceiver unit, intelligent multi-transceiver unit plug 2.
Has anyone heard of them?
That's a GeoFizz one, that as well. You've got
Yeah,
Pro.
I think.
Let's go for the cheapest one. Yes, has anyone heard of mega locators? Anyway, hold on a minute.
I have, but I think they contacted Treasure Hunting magazine a while back, but I don't think they would target the right type of people because anyone who can afford 10 grand for a detector, when you go out in the field looking for,
You know, when you got your multi-frequency and all that, is that your processor frequency?
No, the processor controls a lot of things, predominantly the recovery speed and identifying the
card, screen type, screen resolution, colors, Wi-Fi connection, output, jack type, headset.
Where are they made? Where's their offices, Dave? I bet it's Spain or Portugal.
I don't know.
Has it not got it on the leaflet?
No. Let's go to megalocators.com, shall we?
We should get them on the show and
yes,
get them to explain why we should not buy Manticore, and we should get one of their machines.
Where are we about us? So we're on the website about us. The expert team existing in Germany.
Okay, so that's interesting because
Frankfurt.
I've been there, Frankfurt. OKM metal detectors that Joan Allen sell, which Chris Rogers has tried out, do the 3D scanning, like the Nocta MVO or whatever. OKM are based in Germany, so maybe, I don't know, maybe they're the same company, just a European brand for us. But anyway, we should get in touch, get them on the show.
Well, I also got given a to test for them and obviously promote a pinpointer. So this pinpointer is retailing on the website of the company who gave it to me at $49.99. It's called the Edge Point Pro. Are you ready?
Resembles something similar.
Oh, it's making noise. So it's got a little light on it. Right. Ready? So this is the distance we're getting with the pinpointer. And I know it's only me ring. Get closer.
Get the shaft closer to your ring, Dave.
So that starts about 1 centimetre away.
What about the side?
That's actually a little bit further, you know.
Yeah, and that's because when that's assembled, you can. There's a trick to these. If you put a metal ring around the shaft and pull it up until it stops bleeping, it improves the electro. There's a thing on YouTube for this. So if anyone's got a pinpointer that costs, I'm not saying this one's similar, £10, £20 eBay, you can actually sort of recalibrate it with a metal, like a Jubilee clip around the top. And it's the way they're assembled. They're sort of like bang, 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 out. Whereas if you take it apart, only because I've done it once. But yes, so why have you got that? You're testing it.
They gave it to me at Detectable to test. And obviously I'm just way behind of everything at the moment. What's this? Thought I had something else, and it's an empty box of a Ring doorbell.
Oh, Ring doorbell.
Yes.
I've got a Ring doorbell.
Very
good. Yeah, really, really good. Really, really good. And Ring motion cameras, wireless, that run off US. Thank you, Jeff Archer.
There's somebody new who we've not heard of before. Rusty Gypsy Roving. Have you heard Dig It Detecting? He's Australia. So that's Dig It Detecting. There's one chap we've asked we've asked two people from Aussie Gold Hunters. The first one were the couple who always wear camouflage and never found anything. We asked them on, but they wanted an extortionate amount of money to come on the show. Yeah, Greg and someone Clark, the names were. They wanted a lot of money to come on the show. And the other one is a guy called Andy Leahy, who the last couple of series of Aussie Gold Hunters, he's been teamed up with a lady going here, there, and everywhere. And he's said he'd come on the show, but it's basically down to the Discovery Channel saying if it's all right or not. So we're still waiting to hear it back from him. But I'd love to hear from somebody in Australia. Obviously, Australia historically, what type of things they're finding, but also Bondi Treasure Hunter. But also, I would absolutely love to know, people who are actually metal detecting for gold in the outback and what have you. Must be fascinating. That I know we spoke about it in the past, and it's totally different to what we do here. But going out and finding a bloody 18-gram nugget, wow.
Yeah, it looks hard work though in the heat and that.
Oh yeah. I would last 10 minutes.
I think it'd be nice to have someone on who's used the new Garrett, the gold one. I forgot the name of it. The nice new looking Garrett. The one with
the nice new Garrett gold one.
Yeah, someone will put it in the chat.
Phil Wells, what's the answer? You're our go-to guy when it comes to things. Metal detecting with PJ is Australian. Is Duncan as well? Metal detecting with Duncan.
Oh, that's on now, isn't it? People will be going to watch that.
What a load of crap that is.
Joe Webster met Bondi and his missus at the weekend. We met him, didn't we, Dave? And he was such a nice guy.
He was.
I know it sounds awful, but I didn't think it was actually him because he was too nice. He was such a lovely guy, but he's got a crazy life, exciting life, one should say. But yeah, he was very nice. Was that Spring Detectable?
Yes,
wasn't it? I think Spring Detectable.
No, actually, it might have been 2019. Might have been 2019, my friend.
Steve Cordier, he's a top guy. He's a surfer dude, isn't he? Proper like his hair and all that, and the way he walks around.
In Shane Staffordshire Search's draw the other night, John Clayton won a pro pointer from him on that.
Oh,
I was third. I wanted Garrett Fines bots, but I said keep it because I've got a coin pod.
I've got a coin pod, and I'm loving it. They're so open it up and show people what it's got in it.
This is beautiful. It's rock solid. It's a clicky open. It's got lovely spongy malarkey.
Oh yeah. But Dave, how are you going to take a photo of your finds to identify the size of it? How are people going to know?
I could pull that down and hold on. I could pull it down and there's either a composite cleaning pencil scale or even the built-in coin pod scale.
And that's waterproof and shockproof, and it floats. And they're I think they're 12 quid.
And it's got a beautiful lanyard on it as well. Lovely bit of parachute cord.
Yes, very, very. And it's available from Coin Pods. Just Google Coin Pods on eBay or Facebook. Yeah.
And I've got you gave me another one as well. One of them ones. With the it's got a 2p end for just showy purposes. And then I've got another one here. It's just a nice little one. Nothing of consequence. I need to speak to him as well. The chap from Band of Brothers Metal Detecting Group on the Isle of Wight. Just a little one of them with one of them in it.
So it's very important having something to protect your finds. rather than just getting them jangle around in your pocket.
It is.
Definitely. But I've got a few. I've got quite a few, actually. The Garrett one I like. It's quite big, isn't it? The Garrett one. You've got one of those.
Yeah. I like my Garrett one, to be honest, because you could put big things in that.
Yeah, and also it's double-sided, isn't it? Double-ended.
John Clayton, it was the Gypsy Kings, Greg Clark and his wife, who we asked on, and they wanted extortionate amounts of money to come on the show. So thanks, but no thanks. Nicola White, Steve, she's already been on the show. She was lovely. Remember that she had that
monkey,
voodoo monkey thing going on in the background that she found. We give it a name.
She sold that at auction. That
Did
actually hit the national press after being on our show. Don't think it was because of our show, but
no, it was.
That went in the national press, and there was a big article on it. And I think it went to auction, or it was valued at 20 odd grand or something stupid like that. But that was weird. She was very nice, and we also had the other mudlarker,
Laura Maitland.
Laura Micklem. She was good. Fantastic stuff. And Sid Sci-Fines. Actually, I've got to get back to him because he messaged me the other day about going to a bottle dump.
Ask him to come on the show again because we liked his big wing-back armchair.
Yes, and he also he actually does some good art from his finds. He does some really good art and stuff. So
Steve Brown, that's someone. Dr. Murray Cook, archaeological guy from Stirling. I like it. If anybody would like to reach out to any of these people and say, would you like to come on the show? Give them a shout by all means. Then obviously communicate with myself or your man Adrian there, and we can sort something out. Because we are this week going to be start putting together the list for the rest of the year, really, including a Christmas show where we generally have a multitude of guests on the Christmas show, don't we?
Oh, it's going to be crazy. It'll be a party. We'll have party poppers, fondue.
Well, I was thinking that one, the Thursday before Christmas, because we've been given the Friday off, so I don't have to get up the next day. Dang.
Well, I go to the gym every Friday morning. So
yeah, you do. You do. Who's messaging me now?
People can contact us, bigdetectingshow.com, contact page, fill it in and it comes to us, or you can email Dave at Big Detecting Show, Adrian at Big Detecting Show, or if you're really lazy or too drunk or you don't have a keyboard or you can't see your phone, go on our website and leave a voice message. You don't have to put your email address or your name, but it would help because then we can get back to you. But you can just leave a voice recording. It's quite a flash little thing actually, Dave, isn't it, our voice recorder?
It is, yeah. C60 or C90?
The C90 jammed up. The sellotape you put over the bits that I broke out got caught in the head, so we've had to get rid of that. We now got a C60, but it's TDK metal. It's a really good one. So yeah, you can put all that on there. Or there's Facebook.
Wait, that was metal detecting Emily.
What's that?
The young girl who detects on a family farm.
Lovely lady, very nice, and her boyfriend, he's a really good bloke as well. Emily walks out her back door down the garden and she's got something like 40 fields, Dave, doesn't she, to detect on?
Doesn't need to go anywhere else.
There's a lady I think that would come on, Outback Gold Fever. She just found 10k in ironstone.
Outback Gold. What's her name?
Outback
Gold.
Grumpy old kids.
Dave. Do you know who we really need to get back on the show? Big Andy and Little Andy. The Millers. When the dad got drunk and we were crying at him.
And Mum was in the kitchen washing up and cooking and kept getting in the way. Yeah, and he was a teacher, wasn't he? Or he was, because he got really drunk on the show and he had to teach the next morning. But and all these school kids were watching him on the show. Actually,
the grumpy old gits are willing to come on the show. I'm sorry, I don't do YouTube. I don't follow many people, so
I
have
like
to put us in
grumpy
contact.
people.
We've had Gary Brunn on the show a couple of times. Gordon Heritage, I've asked, but I never got a response. But Gary's been on multiple times on the show. He's a great guest, isn't he, Gary Brunn?
Yes, definitely. There is another one who's written loads of books, which probably every detectorist has, well, most detectorists got on their shelf. I won't say his name because he's getting on a bit and he might get scared, but I'll talk to you about this, Dave. I'm trying to get him on. He does talks, and he's written lots of books, and he's
That'd be
really
fantastic.
He's you could sit there. It's like watching the detectorist when he talks. You're just like, so yeah.
I do that whenever you speak. To be honest, Adrian.
Huh?
What?
Gordon. Just writing the person's name because actually that would work out with books and things, Dave. So yes, all good. But anyone in the chat who wants to come on, I mean, we've got
even if there's so many people who watch the show, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you. I mean, look at me. When it comes to metal detecting, I'm not the greatest of metal detectorists, but I love talking about metal detecting. So it doesn't matter if you're the best metal detectorist or you think you got nothing to talk about. There's always something to talk about. Even if it's living in a shed and hunting for the Holy Grail in the river, we can talk about it.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I totally agree. It's not how good you are at detecting at all.
We've had some brilliant guests who really didn't want to come on the show, but like, yeah, go on then. We've had some great guests who've been so interesting. And no, we're not struggling for guests. Dark Knight, Jason, forgot your name for a minute then. We're just trying to get some involvement from you to see who you want us to bring onto the show.
I think we've had over, correct me if I'm wrong, Dave, over 200 guests easily. And funny enough, I was at work this week and got, I shouldn't say bored, should I? But I was able to listen to a podcast at work whilst on my typewriter. And I was scrolling back. I was thinking, cracky, this is like a year before. I mean, how long have I been doing it with you?
A while.
Couple of years or so.
2 years, yeah.
3, yeah. And this was probably 3 years ago. And I'm scrolling back and I'm finding guests. And people who watch the show now have been watching it, and you probably don't know how much time you've wasted in your life every Thursday night watching us. But thank you. But yeah, we definitely haven't got a problem with guests coming on. But there are guests we do turn away, Dave, as well, aren't there?
There are, yes.
Names. Yeah.
Cleggy's been on. If you listen to the podcast, you go and look for our podcast. Cleggy was one of the first ones on, telling us all about his Roman field. And do you know what? He was a great guest, to be honest. It didn't matter what people think about him. He was a great guest.
Brill Cream said he'd come on. That'd be really
lad.
Good.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'll tell you.
I have to do his hair before he comes on there.
Dave. Joe, did you we were talking to Dave?
I'm Dave.
This is weird. No, Joe, I was talking to Dave. You know Dave, who had the van. He had a Quest Q40 on Sunday. He got involved.
And got a van.
Yeah, he was talking. He got involved with Thai team. Is
that in a different country?
Yeah, it's like tag rugby. He'd be good as well. But yeah, there's lots of people. I tell you, it'd be good to have someone on who organises club digs, because we all pay the money to join the club. We pay to go digging at the weekend, but that involvement in running a club dig, the health and safety, the planning, the people who slate it because they find like a polo wrapper and think there's green waste, all the social media hassles, running a club dig, it must be a nightmare. So I think that'd be good to have someone who organises club digs. And I don't mean like Gary Cook, because he's been on, I think, once before.
Gary Cook. Name rings a bell.
Yeah, he did a dig this year. Yeah, but yeah, we don't want him on.
Gary Cook.
He'll be in bed by now anyway. He won't watch.
He never watches.
See, The Dark Knight Detectorist. I was nervous about being on a professional show. Hang on. Dave, producer's phoning him up now. Sending the boys round.
Taking him to court, suing him for libel there.
No, just with Steve Newman's heading round there now.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we had Steve Newman on. He's been on quite a bit in the last few months, but he was very interesting. Yeah, he was very, very interesting. So yeah, I think be interested in what people want, and if Jullen, Shane, what's he? Has he got a Spectrum keyboard with broken keys or something? Jullen, who's Jullen?
Julian.
Does he mean Julian? Oh, bless him. Bondi. Shame. Oh dear. Anyway.
Have you got anything else going on then, Adrian? Are you out this weekend? That's a yes then.
Last weekend I just went out for one day. Weekend before I went out all weekend. Weekend before that I went out all weekend. So
thanks to Shane, even though it didn't work, but I got Peter Kay tickets today. Boom. But
I forgot.
But they had to do new dates. O2 priority crashed completely, and I've ended up. Even Manchester gigs were only supposed to be 2nd and 3rd of December this year. I've actually got September next year, but I've got Peter Kay tickets. One of them do that for me, please.
No, because I forgot. I signed up.
No, not for you. For me, yeah. Thank you.
Si Weller's joined us. Hi, Si. All right. Oh, just managed to.
Si needs to come back on. Si and his dad needs to come on.
Yeah.
Talk about stuff. Si's had the busy year on the old metal detecting.
Yeah, definitely. I'm annoyed about that Peter Kay. I forgot about that.
Well, he's actually, they've announced now, as well as all the new dates, he's going to be doing a monthly show at the O2. It's got a, what's it called when they're the same place every month? What's that called? Well, he's doing it every month at that London.
Get Shane on Staffordshire Searchers. No, don't want him on. He's too rude, and we get blocked a lot when he comes on.
He does. He lowers the tone massively. Residency. There's the word. He's got residency.
Dark Knight Detectorist. Do you reckon you could get Mackenzie Crook on and Toby Jones? We have got their agent's email address, haven't we, Dave? And they're
communicating with her, and she's making promises and just like failing with the promises.
I think. Well. There's a good potential there because Mackenzie Crook, I think, is a really good, down-to-earth, nice guy, but he is busy. He's a film director at the end of the day. And
do you know, if we met him in the street when he was doing the Detectorist filming, and we asked him then, he'd say, yeah, no worries. I bet you he would. He said, yeah, I'd love to come on. But because you have to go through other people.
PR agents. Sadly, it's the world we live in. Disabled Digger. Hi guys, I'm late getting here. No worries. That's an interesting picture of your profile, Disabled Digger. What is that? It looks like a plane and some cars.
Might be one of them.
Match fix.
Oh yeah.
Oh, do you know what I dug up? I think I dug up a 1968 bonnet of a Mustang, Matchbox Mustang at the weekend.
Rusty Gypsy. Does he? Sorry. Rusty Gypsy Roving lives in northeast Victoria, Australia. Fine gold area. So high banking and panning, dry washing, then treasure hunting is done on the wetter months. Rusty, would you like to come on? Because that's dead interesting. I'd love to hear all about everything like that. I watch all the Aussie gold hunters, gold rush, anything like that I watch. So if you'd like to come on, we'd love to have you. Wouldn't we, Adrian?
Definitely. Yeah.
In fact, what time is it in Australia at the minute? I
Probably
reckon
10
about
o'clock
5
in the
a.m.
morning.
5 a.m. I'd go 8 hours.
I don't know. Barry from EastEnders, is he the one who's what? I don't know. Is Barry the one with black
Barry,
hair?
the fat one, he died,
Who-
got pushed off a hill or something by someone.
His father's East End gangster in real life. I
Not
think
that you know any East End gangsters living in Essex, which is it is
Nope.
East London, really, isn't it? So you might
No,
actually.
it's not. No,
Of course
it's
it is.
8:27
8:27 a.m. Bloody hell!
Oh, that's really cool. You can watch us just before you go to work and talk to
Rusty
everyone at work
Gypsy, if
about
you'd
magic.
like to come on the show then, and you have the time available, because obviously people do go to work at 8 a.m. in the morning, we'd love to have you.
Yeah, that'd be really, really cool.
Plus
But
Off the Cliff by Janine. That was it.
don't Rusty Gypsy roving. Don't film the background because it's probably all really nice and sunny out there.
One subject close to my heart I would love to see getting discussed is the groups that are generally interested in a hobby and ran as a tax-paying company against the groups that are only into money only. However, I can ever get in on it.
Yeah,
we've had magnet fishers on. We've had a few of them on, but yes, we can. We were at Manchester magnet fishing and Scottish magnet fishing. Who's good at face painting?
I am. I used to be very good at doing my kids' face paints at Halloween and whatever you do it for.
You see, I do them like Potter's Tiger in Phoenix Nights.
In regard to Will Way's issue about tax and organised digs and all that, it's not too dissimilar to people who sell on eBay. You know, if you've got a business at home and you're selling 500 quid, 1,000 quid a month on eBay, you should be declaring it potentially. And I think there might be some dodgy groups out there, but it's one of those things, isn't it? I think as long as everyone abides by the treasure code of conduct and everything, malarkey. Some magnet fishing. Get somebody into magnet fishing who's good at face painting. I tell you what.
Adrian Farquharson runs a club in Cornwall. Rusty Gypsy Rover says there are two mines. They were following the old miners. They just found turn 90 degrees. The gold reef was 7 kilometres wrong.
I tell you what.
That's True and Randall. Should get him on about his bottle digging.
He's always saying hello to us, isn't he? And he chats is a lovely guy.
Adrian, it's 9:30 already. Oh, how the time has flown.
Yes, I was just thinking of something then. Adrian Farquharson, he runs a club in Cornwall.
Just said that.
Yeah, but it would be good to get people on from clubs because you can learn from other clubs. And if you're a club saying things like, oh, I'm really struggling in taking payments via card, what's the best card payment option that won't charge me like 20% when I swipe someone's card? Or what's the best way to build a website? Or what's the best way to email my people? Or can I text everyone globally for like 50p when the dig location is rather than put it on Facebook? Because Keith, Brian and Alan haven't got Facebook and they rely on Steve to send them a text, but Steve can't have any credit. All little things like that. Where do I get printing done of maps for staff? Could I get an app? All these things. If we get clubs, sorry Dave, if we get clubs on here talking, we can all share things. We could though, couldn't we?
One of the other things we've asked for in the past as well, and if anyone wants to do it, if you want to send a little short video, 2-3 minutes long, be it a club review of your dig, this is Cornwall Metal Detecting Group, these are our finds this week, you know, we'd love to put them on the show, wouldn't we?
Yeah,
little fellas like that.
We've all got phones. We've all got blinking super movie maker gobbledygook on their phone. Quick video, edit if you can, put it in at the end. This is my club. This is what we do. We're the best one. And maybe at the end of the year, like next year or whatever, we could have a winner. We could have a winner.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Adrian Farquharson said,
and then we could get
someone.
Tidy Treasure Hunter to make us a trophy, and you get that at the end of the year because his trophies are the best. The bomb. Anyway, Adrian, it's time to go to bed.
Adrian Farquharson said he's going to come on. Thank you, Adrian. That'd be very
Brilliant.
interesting. I'll look forward to that. Thank you, all those for watching.
Yes, thank you all for coming. It's been a great show. It's flown, hasn't it?
It does. It's like meeting down the pub.
We've talked from everything from coin pods to expensive metal detectors to fantastic pinpointers to people with face paint to
Spades.
people in holy grails under the ground.
Yeah. We have gone through a lot tonight. I mean, thank you everyone for watching, because it's basically just me and Dave, as if we're sitting in a virtual pub talking to each other about a load of old soot, and occasionally detectives come in. But we had a lovely evening, Dave, didn't we?
We have a lovely, lovely time. We will see you all at the same time, at the same place next week, and hopefully next week's guest will be all groovy. So, good night, Adrian. No idea what you're doing there.
Biggles. Oh, God. We shouldn't do that, because that man's passed away.
Who, Adrian?
No, the man.
Oh,
Not
right.
me.
Sorry.
The man.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Good night, everybody. Ta very much. Ta for a bit.
Bye.